Good morning, sir.
Okay. Really, sir.
Thank you, sir.
You can remove your mask if you feel comfortable, or it's up to you.
Thank you, sir.
We'll be able to hear you better.
Yes.
And Gamini Singla.
Yes, sir.
But your email says Alok Singla. Lucky. What is that?
So it was my father's email ID.
Okay.
In the draft too, I have filled my own email ID.
Okay.
Yes.
That's it. You belong to a place called Anandpur Sahib.
Yes, sir.
Why is Anandpur Sahib famous?
So Anandpur Sahib is the place where Khalsa was established by Shri Guru Gobind Singh Ji, the 10th Guruji, in the year 1699. So, and secondly, it has one of the 5 taks, Shri Keskar Sahib. And thirdly, it also has a monument, Virasat-e Khalsa, which finds its place in 4 world
So
records.
you prepared yourself very well. Now, what is a Khalsa?
Thank you, sir.
No, I can see that.
So Khalsa,
What is the literal meaning of Khalsa?
Yes, sir. Khalsa, the word is originating from the Persian word khalis, which means liberated. So, liberated, free and liberated.
Liberated or pure?
Sir, I will have to check it again. I'll read, but as per my knowledge, it is free and liberated, but it could be pure as well. I will read it once again, sir.
जब हम कहते हैं ना ये खालिस दूध की बनी है मिठाई,
Yes, sir.
तो लिबरेटेड दूध की बनी है या प्योर दूध की बनी है?
So, pure दूध.
Have you heard of this term खालिस?
Yes, sir. I have heard.
खालिस is not liberated actually. खालिस is pure.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much, sir. I'll read it once again.
Now, nowadays, a lot of controversy is happening about the use of loudspeakers in religious places.
Yes, sir.
That happens in Gurdwara also. That happens in masjids. That happens in temples also.
Yes, sir.
That happens in Mata Ki Chauki, a type where speakers are used. So, why has this controversy been surrounding a particular religion only in the recent days?
So I believe that it is very unfortunate to target a particular religion, and I think the right approach is that under the Supreme Court guidelines, one should follow whatever religion is there. The norms and the rules are same for everyone, and all the religions should equally respect the rules of the land.
Is it only Supreme Court order or anything else is there?
So we have the noise pollution under the Air Act, it is included. So we have the guidelines and the rules for that as well.
You've done your computer science engineering also.
Yes, sir.
And then subject opted is sociology. So what is the difference between a blockchain and a block cipher?
So I'll have to read about block cipher. I am aware about blockchain.
Okay. What is DNS poisoning?
Sorry, sir, I'm unable to recall.
What is DNS?
So I'm unable to recall. DNS? I'm unable to recall, sir.
DNS as a computer engineer, you should know. So when we type an IP address,
yes, sir.
The computer does not understand. Computer understands the IP address, but we type statebankofindia.com.
Yes, sir.
So, how does computer understand that State Bank of India means IP address?
Sir, as per my knowledge, it's the natural language processing by which whatever we enter is converted into the bits, and the computer understands it in that particular form.
Oh my God.
Sorry, sir, I'll read more about it.
Okay. Now, Sikh religion, coming to sociology,
Yes.
and also being from Punjab, the foundation of Sikh religion is equality.
Yes, sir.
But still we find that in Punjab, Sikhs have got a scheduled caste tag, and there is a caste discrimination between Sikhs, even though they are supposed to be all equal.
Yes, sir.
Why is that so?
So it is because of the continuous interaction of Sikhism with other religions that caste has also perpetrated into Sikhism as a religion, Although, as you mentioned, Sikhism is an equal religion which propounds equality. But I believe because of interactions and because of the own vendettas, it has been, the caste has perpetrated into Sikhism.
So the Sikh religious leaders have never tried anything to remove this casteism within Sikhism.
So I believe that religious leaders propound equality and the basic structures of Sikhism, like the community kitchens, they are open to everyone, irrespective of the caste. So as a religion, they are not propounding it, but on a practical stage where this is being implemented.
Okay, my last question would be how computer science is useful to a common man, a poor farmer in a remote village. How is that useful? Or it is a fancy thing only for cities?
So I think computer science is of immense usage to the common man and, as you stated, even the farmers. So there are multiple uses of it. So first and foremost is the information and the education that is reaching a farmer to whom the accessibility is an issue. So everything available on the mobile phone from
Everything is available, but it is available in English.
So now regional languages are also coming. So that issue is being tackled. And secondly, is through Krishi Vigyan Kendras. So they are accessible in the rural areas. And thirdly, now like the soil health card scheme. So we are trying that the lab to land program is available to them. So that and fourthly, also the Krishi drones that our Honorable Prime Minister talked about. So Krishi drones are going to be of immense help to the agricultural sector and the farmers.
Drone will come into computer science?
Yes, sir. The coding related to the drones, they will come under the computer science.
Okay. Sure.
Thank you, sir.
Gamini, you are from Punjab.
Yes.
And very distressing news that we are hearing as a public of the cancer cases have been increasing day by day. Particularly, there was a tag attached with the Punjab is a cancer capital of India. Why it is so? Since you are a sociology student, try to give some social perspective of this issue.
Okay, sir. So first of all, it is very unfortunate that Punjab has been tagged as the cancer capital of India, and specifically the Malwa belt is called as the cancerous belt. So there are some reasons associated. So firstly, it is the reason why cancer is increasing is because of the presence of and the overuse of fertilizers and pesticides and the groundwater pollution, and people are consuming it directly. Now, so sociologically, I believe it is because health needs are not being met. The safe drinking water, which is an essential requirement of a population, that is somewhere being compromised. And thirdly, there is also a problem with the early detection of cancer, and it reaches the last stage where it becomes incurable. So socially, these are the issues which must be tackled.
Okay, as per the general perception, whether Punjab is a state which leads in cancer cases, or is there any other state?
Sir, I am aware of Punjab and I am aware of the cancer treatment which occurs in Rajasthan, but I am not sure about the statistics of the patients there.
Why there was a cancer express, there's a train from your place, Bathinda to Bikaner.
Yes, sir.
What is the purpose of such trains and whether it serves the purpose?
Sir, yes, there's a train. It is because that patients believe that there is a good facility in Bikaner. But now, even in Punjab itself, there are many diagnostic centers and the curable centers. Even in Bathinda, they are there. So the government is trying to stop such kind of activity so that the people are delivered the healthcare at their doorsteps.
Okay. So you mentioned during your interaction, the drinking water could be the major issue as per your analysis in social perspective. So have you heard the mission, Jal Jeevan mission?
Yes, sir.
What is the level of implementation in Punjab?
Sir, Jal Jeevan mission has been implemented in a mission mode in major states, and even in Punjab, we are doing really good work. And even the ROs have been installed at various places, especially in the cancer belts, to provide clean water to the population.
Okay. So you mean to say Jal Jeevan Mission will mitigate the problem?
So it will be a step towards that. It will definitely lead to the mitigation, but we need to take more steps as well.
See, if the water contaminated with arsenic, uranium, then these missions, will serve some purpose.
So yes, because we are trying to provide safe drinking water, piped water to every household. So these will serve the purpose to an extent.
See, apart from the pesticide or the kind of contamination, what are the other sociological factors that contribute to the cancer cases? I expected you should analyze, in a very wider spectrum rather, focusing on one issue.
Yes,
That
sir.
could be other reasons too, right?
Yes, sir. There are multiple reasons. So one I can touch from the sociological point of view is the change in the lifestyle and the consumption patterns of the population nowadays. So, and the unhealthy practices that one is following, the lethargic kind of lifestyle that we are entering into, the conspicuous consumption, we can say sociologically, and the sedentary lifestyle is one of them. So these
So
things
how we are going to change this by changing water profile? Then you have some kind of government initiatives. Is there any other initiatives that can change the lifestyle, the kind of lifestyle we are having now?
Yes, sir. There are already.
Government is thinking on this line.
Yes, sir. The government has been thinking. We have movements like Eat Right movement, Fit India campaign, which are trying to persuade people to follow an active lifestyle. And thirdly, sir, social awareness is necessary about the issue, and more lectures and leading to the doorstep delivery of the causes as well as how one should safeguard from such kind of problems.
What do you mean by social health?
Social health, I believe, refers to the health in an integrated manner of the society, and it includes like the physical health, the mental well-being of the people, and so social health could be interactions with the health which is affected due to the interactions with the other people. So in my knowledge, this is this, but I will read more about it.
So both of your parents are medicos, practicing medical doctors?
So they're government medical officers.
Okay. So you are a sociologist. So you have been a volunteer in NSS.
Yes, sir.
So tell me, is there any contribution that you made as a volunteer during your college and school? Yes.
So as associated as a volunteer of NSS, I have been associated with a teaching project. There we used to teach for 1 hour in the evening. The students from the rural background or the less privileged background, and they were mainly children of the employees who were working in our very own college, like the mess workers or the sweepers. So their children used to come and we used to teach them, and I was part of that initiative.
Okay. So is there any, as per the NSS directorate or any, is there any specific activities has been mentioned that volunteer has to do these activities only?
So they're not specific activities. Any kind of social work can be done by a volunteer, but there are a number of hours that are fixed.
So is it a one-way learning or is it a two-way process?
So it's definitely a two-way process.
What kind of learning you have, rather contributing to the society as a volunteer? What was it learning by seeing the community?
Yes, so by working with the students at the grassroots level, I understood that the students, if given proper direction, they are very, very enthusiastic. And secondly, I also learned that most of the students faced a problem with English. Because when I talked with my friends, when we used to ask them that which subject would they like, so they always used to mention English as an impediment. So I learned a major learning there, that is a problem. So we need to move towards the regional languages and the availability of the educational material in the regional languages, side by side, teaching them in English.
Okay, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Yeah, Miss Gamini, Punjab. Okay, and if you look at the popular culture, one of the aspect of popular culture is the music videos,
Yes, sir.
right? From Yo-Yo Honey Singh to Badshah to AP Dillon. Okay,
Yes.
but there is a same template that I find: expensive cars, girls with barely any clothes, and lyrics are like, I don't know, Pagal Hai or
So do you see some kind of cultural degradation, because there were days when we used to hear songs of Gurdas Man and all, right? Talking about many things, okay? And we see this trend happening. So do you think there is something wrong with the society, or is there some cultural degradation in Punjab in general?
So I believe that music is something which people like to get entertained with. So the makers are going to make whatever the public consumes. So it's basically a two-way process. Whatever is in demand will be in supply. So here the public has been demanding such kind of things because now it's basically because they want to get entertained. So I do not feel that it's a cultural degradation as such, but I believe that there must be other songs as well. There should be all the every part of the culture should be tackled, so rather than
So
only
the
emphasis
fact,
on
that
this.
society is demanding something, society is demanding such kind of things, that it is talking something about society. So as such, are you seeing some kind of moral or cultural degradation in the society which is demanding such things?
So I believe yes, at some point there is a degradation, and the quality that the people are expecting has degraded, and it must come from the people themselves. So yes, as you're saying, I believe.
But otherwise, do you like those songs?
So no, I'm not a recipient of that kind of music.
Okay, fine. Now you mentioned Nilesh Mishra, but you are into brisk walking. I thought he's into slow interviews.
Yes, sir.
Huh?
Yes,
And
sir.
otherwise, talking as in walking slowly with the people and interviewing them, and otherwise you are into brisk walking.
Yes.
Okay. So what do you like about Nilesh Mishra and his stories or his interviews? You must have seen his interviews also.
So one or two I have seen, but basically I'm fond of
Okay.
his stories.
So what is so unique about Nilesh Mishra?
So there are so many things that I like about Mr. Nilesh Mishra. One is the novelty in the content, and second is the issues that are handled in the stories. So there's always a message behind the story. So when a story starts, it's always like we wonder that what is going to happen. And in the midway, I always have to pause it and think that what should be the ideal ending. And thirdly, when the ending comes, either it is with a smile on my face or it's a feeling of awe that I've learned something new. So that process of learning and seeing different perspectives of people being handled in a story, I think it has broadened my horizon a lot.
Okay, so any issues, social issues that his stories have dealt with?
Yes, sir, there are multiple. If I am allowed to mention, I would like to mention two that I remember. One is the gender equality that was handled in the story I heard recently. It was about the husband and the wives should contribute to the household work together, and it should not be it should not be the responsibility of only the woman to do that. And second was related to the old health and the old age care homes.
Okay, so you mentioned about husband and wife. So, and you were a debater too, I guess, right? Debater, you do public speaking also.
Yes.
Now, if you look at the instance of rapes within the institution of marriage, there is an exception in the law itself.
Yes.
Right? It cannot be criminal.
Hmm.
Right? Even if there is no consent, you cannot term it as criminal. Though many of the countries have made it even that as a criminal offense of rape. First of all, I would want your view whether you are in favor of criminalizing marital rape or not.
So in my opinion, I'm in favor of criminalizing the marital rape.
Okay. Now, I would want you to debate on the other side.
Okay, sir.
Arguments in favor of retaining the exception. That whatever is the status quo, it should continue for some more time.
Okay.
So you have to argue. I know it is difficult for you because you believe in other thing. But as a debater, now you have to take a stand which is opposite. So
Okay.
if you want, you can take few moments and just.
Sure, sir. I'll take few seconds if you allow. Okay, sir. I'd like to go ahead. So I'm here to present the motion against criminalization of the marital rape. So first of all, let's look at what marriage is. It is a private institution of two people who have come into the institution because they wanted to. And now the state interfering with that institution, targeting a particular person will be wrong because a private institution versus a public institution is a different thing. So first and foremost, I believe that the arena must be left to the two people. And secondly, I believe that it is very difficult to prove a crime such as marital rape. And just on the basis of the allegations of a particular partner, one cannot make a decision and seeing the practical implementation of the law. This is not something which we can go ahead, as we have seen in multiple cases, this being misused. So second would be that, and so I can remember these two.
That's it.
Thank you.
So tell me something about Uniform Civil Code and your standard about it. Uniform Civil Code.
Okay, sir. So Uniform Civil Code, there's a provision in our Constitution, Article 44, which talks about that the state going ahead must bring some uniform civil code as and when it seems that it's possible. And now coming towards my viewpoint, I believe this will be a very good idea to establish equality across religions. But having said that, sir, I believe that it should not be that a particular religion should be given more weightage than any other religion. It should be a collaborative process in which all the people from all the religions are taken, and even every minority is considered and their viewpoints are taken, and then we come at a uniform code which is acceptable to all and which is justiciable to all, rather than imposing one kind of viewpoint over the other.
Now, as a student of sociology, you are aspiring to join the civil services. How sociology as a subject will help you in the civil services as a career? The utility of sociology in civil services.
So sociology, I believe, can be of immense importance in dealing with the civil problems that we might have to deal on day-to-day basis. So sociology gives a very wide perspective of the normal social issues and different perspectives. So if I could take an example, I would say dealing with the issue of child labor or child marriage and knowing the root causes behind any problem is very important to reach the solutions. So sociology can help us to think about the social mindset that exists behind those problems. So with those root causes in mind, one can always find appropriate solutions towards them.
Yesterday, there was a news item regarding the Vatsalya scheme of Ministry of Women and Child Development. In which way is it different from the earlier schemes, and what are the major building blocks?
So Vatsalya scheme?
Yesterday, I think it was there in the
Yes.
news. Some of the news.
Sir, Vatsalya scheme is a scheme by Ministry of Women and Child and Development, and that has a kind of it's an umbrella scheme under which all the schemes which pertain towards the happy childhood have been included. And recently it was in news because of the child helpline number, which is now being given. All the complaints will now be heard under the Ministry of Home Affairs, and there has been an ongoing debate on whether this is a right thing to do or not.
Thank you. Now your interview.